Howdy folks, Sapper here, coming at you with, I want to say it's turn 6 of main battle tank. This will be the third Armored Division of the United States Army versus the 28th Tank Regiment of the Soviet Union. So I've just conducted the direct fire phase. I wanted to do some artillery again, but again, because the rules are kind of scattered all over the place, it took me forever to even find it. But it basically looks like if I wanted to do what I wanted to do, oh, I'll move that kind of fast. I wanted to do this CLGP, which is the Cannon. It's Cannon laser guided projectiles or something like that. It's laser guided projectiles. Basically, it's like a tow missile that's fired out of an artillery piece, except it's laser guided instead of wire guided. So you need a forward observer to be able to basically laze the target. And my U.S. forward observer is right here, and all these is all wooded area, so they can't see through that. So basically, I don't have a forward observer that could launch laser-guided projectiles. They're copperheads. I don't know if they still use them. I know that they were a thing in the 90s. I don't know if they still use copperheads, but that's what they were called. And I was going to probably try to hit Rob's guys because they're really making a good push. But anyway, didn't get to do artillery because I have a forward observer who can't really observe because there's trees in the way. So, right? So, you know, pro tip, keep your forward observers out in the open where they can see stuff. But then again, if they're out in the open, or if they can see you, you can see them, right? So anyway, we went ahead and did direct fire. We got down here on this is the eastern portion of the map. We had a nice exchange here, which basically resulted in the total party wipe of the of Gary's platoon, Darkwing Duck and company. They're all gone now. So we had the infantry guys up here. They were dismounted and they tried to fire their portable version of the tow missile and missed, but the BMP up here at the top that's with that squad. Let me see if I can. So we had BMPs up there. So one of them fired and knocked out Huey. And then we also had another BMP fire at Louis, and he brewed up Louis. Louis did fire over this way, but as you can see, that's an ND. If you can read my chicken scratch, so that's no damage. So we hit one, but weren't able to do anything. And then I want to say that this tank here that's immobilized, he didn't need to fire because I believe Louis was already dead. So if you have a fire command and the target that you were shooting at has already been destroyed, then it's kind of a wasted shot. And then we had an exchange here. So this Bradley fired over here at this tank and missed, and then this tank fired back. The NATO guys get to fire first. So there was an exchange there. Nothing happened. Rob's guys fired across from here, tried to hit this guy, and I think it was a 25% chance. So that was basically a miss. All right, let's go over to the other side. All right, let's see here. We had here, there was a fist vehicle here, fired at one of the tanks, one of the T-72s, and missed. And then this tank fired back, knocked him out. So that fist vehicle is no longer with us. And then we had one of Ryan's tanks who got this infantry advancing on him. He fired at the infantry. There was no effect. The infantry tried to do a close assault back, and then they were not effective. So, but that should this guy right here, Ryan's tank, he's got a fire and move counter on him, so I'm probably going to move him out of the way because we're not going to try to stand toe-to-toe with dismounted infantry. 2 squads of them, so tanks are good, but they can get overwhelmed by infantry pretty quick. So that's all the attacking that's going on. Now we'll go ahead and do some movement. We've got a lot of move counters here. We've got some move counters here. Chopper's going to move up. These guys are going to move up. These guys had a short halt, so they'll be able to move a little bit. These guys are moving up. With the elimination of Gary's platoon, that opens up a lot over here. So, I mean, yeah, this platoon of infantry and a partial platoon of tanks has taken a beating, but they've pretty much opened up this side of the map. Yeah, we've got these guys here. Of course, that Bradley can't do anything because it's been immobilized. But this part's opened up. It looks like Jack's platoon's going to have to, they might have to kick it in. Ryan's guys are getting pushed back. At first, like a couple of turns ago, I was like, man, the Russians are going to get just totally destroyed. But it's kind of looking now like the tides have turned. Now, of course, you know, I'm not using all the rules, and there's things that I'm probably a lot of stuff that I'm forgetting. But as it stands right now, just, you know, kind of doing my rules shorthands, because this is one of those games you'd have to play it a lot to get really knowledgeable with the rules, and I just don't play it enough to do that. So, but doing what I'm doing, the Russians, it looks like the pendulum has swung in the Russians' favor. Way to go, Rob. All right, we'll catch y'all. I was about ready to say we'll catch y'all later, but I have to erase all this stuff and then wrap up movement, and that'll be it for this turn. But we'll see you during the movement phase. All right, turn 5, I just finished up the movement phase. Wasn't a whole lot, but there was a little bit. So I think this infantry platoon moved up. Most of these other guys, they just had fire commands. The forward observer moved out, so now he's got a nice, you can see that nice straight line. So we should be able to start launching some artillery here very soon. Not this turn probably, but next turn. The Hunter platoon has moved forward. They took some overwatch fire from this Bradley here, and you can see it was a big miss. But he kind of revealed his position now when he fired, so he might be able to do some return fire on that guy. We'll see. Red platoon. Let's see, do they have a name? I don't think they do. Yeah, red platoon, they move forward. Had a little bit of movement here. So the recon guy moved into there's shell holes there, so hopefully that'll afford him a little bit of protection. That tank moved forward. Infantry moved up. This platoon here, blue, I think that is the headquarters section for the motor rifle company. So they moved forward from oops, hit the camera, moved over from over there. You can see that nice long line over there. So the helicopter moved up over to here. This tank wisely backed up. I wanted to, because he had the short halt command, he only got half of his movement, which is, his movement's a 7. When you half that, it goes down to 3.5. You always round down, so it was 3, and you're backing up. So he didn't really have a whole lot of stuff he could do there. These 2 tanks moved down off the hill. I think we're going to try to occupy this. They couldn't get there this turn. And then we had a Bradley relocated, popped around, so he'll have a nice, if you can see right down that line right there. So a little bit of repositioning going on here, which, you know, we still got these 2 Bradleys here. We've got a Bradley here that can maybe do something. I don't know. It was looking good for the Americans, I want to say, but now it's not looking nearly quite as good. But that's it, turn 5 in the books. We'll catch you guys next time.